Sister Speak is a caring community of women devoted to Christ.
So bossy.
We want to educate ourselves to make sure that we understand. Because how can we speak to it?
But then we can take the spirited part that we know and understand, couple it together and see how it actually works.
As iron sharpens iron, so one woman sharpens another.
You know what, Sheila and Judy, as we grow older, and I've thought about this quite often, friendships evolve. Some relationships fail, some relationships fade. We have life experiences, retirement, empty nesters, caregiving. Those are things that kind of reshape our social circles. But one thing that we have to remember is that having authentic, and I'm going to say that word with emphasis, authentic friendships at this stage of our life is just as crucial as it was when we were in our younger years. And so a lot of times, some of the pain points at this stage in life is, we feel isolated, after our children are grown or our careers slow down or we retire. Sometimes we struggle to connect with new friends because I think sometimes we become a little set in our ways and we're good with what we're good with. So sometimes it's hard to connect with new friends or maintaining old friendships. We lose close friends for whatever reason, whether it's distance, whether it's misunderstanding, or even, if they pass away. We experience those things, but becoming so focused on family and responsibilities, that's also another area that, personal friendships kind of take a back seat. Talk to me about how you have adjusted or how you navigate through this stage of maintaining or obtaining new friends. Talk to me, Judy.
I maintain and even obtain really by becoming more concerned or even more directive on me and understanding me, understanding the fact that who I am and what I need. I think that's really important. Once you understand yourself, and then you understand what you need from somebody else, and even to whatever extent, be what you want to receive. That's what I'm learning.
That's good. I like that. To be what you want to receive.
To be a good, to get a good friend, you got to be a good friend. You got to be authentic, as you just mentioned. You got to be trustworthy. You got to be where somebody can count on you, and especially in the hard times. So that's what I'm realizing. And it makes it easier for me.
That's good. That's good.
That's awesome.
What you got to say, Sheila?
Wow. I think, what Judy said was very, very on point.
Yes.
And my takeaway from what she said for me, for my own life application, is knowing what you want.
Yes.
Knowing what you want at this place in life, to me, is crucial in terms of friendship, in terms of relationship, in terms of any type of connecting that you may do with an external being. Going in confident where your lines are, confident what you will and what you won't. I think is very, very crucial. Even more so at this stage in life.
Do you find, and this is for either of you, do you find that your circle at this stage in life is much smaller than it was maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. For me, to be honest, I've always had a small circle, but what I realize is that I've kind of outgrown the neediness, the need to have it, the need that if it's not working out, and to understand that because there's, even at this age, there's growth.
For sure.
That sometimes you mature out of some situations. So you just wait for the next one. And then for me personally, it's listening to God and making sure I understand if something has changed, why it has changed. Because sometimes, God does those subtle little nudges
Yes.
to get us to be more directed and more headed towards ultimately the direction that He would have us go. So, I'm learning to listen to Him.
That's good.
When something changes,
That's good.
don't panic. Just understand that my life is still in His hands.
Amen. That's good. That's good.
Amazing.
Sheila, authentic sisterhood brings emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being. Do you think that friendships are essential for longevity and joy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe God made us all relational people.
Yes.
He said it's not good for man to be alone. And that's not just from an intimate standpoint. It's just He made us relational beings. You know what I'm saying? Even God the Father, there was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit that showed us right there what relationship is, and how important each role in that entity is, right? So having people around you, the right people around you, to help build you, emotionally, spiritually, that's very, very important.
Yes,
Very,
I
very
like
important.
that. I like that.
Absolutely.
And those are some things that I've learned just as I've gotten older. You really don't need a large circle.
Right.
Some people do need that for various reasons. But I find that myself personally, I don't need a large circle, but I need a true circle.
Oh yeah. That's
I need my circle to be true.
Yeah,
and that's something that I can attest to even with you two. You and I hadn't seen each other for years, and then one day life happened with me and you showed up.
Absolutely.
I don't know how you knew or what, but you showed up. Judy there all the time, and I appreciate that. And those, just what I have gained from the two of you. And I don't say that just because you guys are sitting here or we're on this, in this conversation together, but it's true, and so when I say that, I don't really need a large circle, I really don't. But I do need my circle to be true. And true to the fact that, what some of you guys or both of you guys have shared, tell me, don't be that friend that'll let me, be on the edge and about to jump over and, well, you just go ahead and jump then. Or be that friend. Be that friend that's gonna take me back to the Word. Be that friend that will remind me, what the Word of God says regarding whatever that situation or circumstance may be. Be that one who I can lean on. And you guys will understand that. A lot of times we have people who go through things, or they may want to share with us what they're dealing with or what they're experiencing. But are we in the frame of mind to be able to do that?
Right.
I like that. Oh, yeah. You all can keep talking.
Yeah, that's good. That is good. I was thinking as you were talking, I was thinking about David and Jonathan.
Yes.
And I was thinking about their friendship. And all through the Bible, God is showing us how important it is to be yoked. Right? He's showing us. And I believe that there are people that come across our path where they leave a footprint. They leave a footprint, right?
Yes.
And you are forever connected to those people. When we hadn't seen each other, God woke me up and said, go get her. He woke me up and said, go get her.
That's my God.
And I was obedient. I was obedient to God because even though we hadn't seen each other in a long time, and that's the beauty of friendship.
It is.
Of sisterhood. It's because you don't have to see each other every day. You don't have to talk every day.
Right.
But when something is wrong, you feel it in your spirit because there is a connection there. When things aren't going well, you can look in your sister's face and she may tell you, oh, I'm fine. and you look into her face and you know that she's not fine.
Yes.
That's that connectivity, right?
That's
and I believe
it.
that's the same love that Jonathan and David had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There was a connectivity there.
Yes.
And I believe that within sisterhood, God creates a connectivity with us because we're all nurturers, right?
Mhm. Yes.
We're wombed men. You know, we're
mhm.
strong, but yet we carry a womb which is meant to
Yes.
give life and to nurture. So I do
Absolutely.
believe that when God connects us with those individuals,
Mhm.
that it is a sustaining,
Yes.
nurturing that goes on, right?
Yes.
That note that continues,
Mhm.
even though that lingering, even though you're not there, you may be hundreds of miles away from each other. That linger is still going.
That's
on.
good. That's
I
good.
heard a preacher say one time that when God spoke and said, "Let there be light," He said, "Light, light, 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 light,
Ah,
and light continued to evolve."
continue.
That's that lingering.
That's that lingering.
Yeah,
Light,
absolutely.
light, 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 light. And I believe that when God bonds people together like that, I believe that's that lingering.
Yes.
That bond. That
Yes.
sisterhood.
Yes.
You know, the basis of that, though, in thinking about it, is still love. You know, the basis
Yes.
of it is love.
Love.
So what that enables
Absolutely.
is for us to, as the word says, that even if there was a fault or a person is at fault in some kind of way or not even doing their best, the word says that love is going to cover a multitude of sins.
Yes.
It's going to enable you to still reach out and be there
Absolutely.
and make yourself vulnerable enough so that you can feel it.
Even
Yes.
more
I
so.
mean, you know, if you got hung up into something like, oh, I ain't talked to her in a year, I'm not worried about her. You were vulnerable enough to feel what God wanted you to do. So that's where we have to keep ourselves. We have to
Yes.
keep ourselves vulnerable and open and allow that love to really take the precedence.
Right.
Because the love is going to make the moves. The love is going to cause us to do things that in and of ourselves, if love wasn't present, we wouldn't do.
Wow.
So, you know, I just appreciate
good. That's
that fact
good.
that if we have a basis of love, a friendship will be sustaining.
That's
and,
right.
And it will
That's
have
right.
all the longevity that it needs.
That's
For
right.
sure.
Because we know that God is a sustainer.
Yes, He is.
That's the word.
Yes, He is.
So listen, you all don't move. Stay tuned. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about safe spaces to be seen, to be heard, and to be understood. Stay tuned. This is Sister Speak. Join the conversation.
Hi, this is Zoe. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Sister Speak on YouTube. Stay up to date, join our email list, and follow our blog at www.iamtracymichelle.com.